feel about guys liking girls' pictures? Leanne?
Absolutely not.
I went to a coffee shop and like he was just literally going through his Spotify playlist.
Should we show that we're interested? Like for them? But no. The man that's for you will show you that he's interested because the Lord has called him to pursue you.
What is up, you guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel, Sunday Before Mondays. So you guys asked for a part 2 on what Christian women think what they want in a potential husband. So we're gonna do things a little bit different. I have my best friend today, Gabby, as the host. I will be participating, and so will these two beautiful women. And yeah, so take it away, Bess.
Alright guys, so we're gonna start it off by introducing yourselves. So we're gonna say our name, a fun fact about ourselves, and how long we've been walking with the Lord.
Okay, so my name is Monica, and I've been walking with the Lord for about, I would say 4 years. And the past year is when it's been getting like a lot more stronger. And a fun fact would be I have a YouTube channel.
No way! Oh my gosh! Hey guys, I'm Jenny. A fun fact about me is I love missions, and I'm actually going on a missions trip in a couple months.
Ooh!
Yeah. I've been walking with the Lord. I grew up in a Christian home, but I would say like actually walking in the faith maybe since like 2016.
I'm Leanne, and I'm 23 years old. I like fishing.
Oh,
Cool.
for real?
Yeah.
Okay, Brandon part 2.
Yeah.
Cool.
You want to shoot it?
And how long
No,
have you
this
been
is-
walking with the Lord?
A year and a half solid, but like I
Cool.
can say 2 years.
Alright guys, are you ready to begin? We have a lot to talk about. People are here expecting to hear something from you guys. So are you guys ready?
Yep. Let's do
I'm
it.
ready
Let's do
to
it.
spit some facts up in here. I'm like sweating.
Alright. So the first question, and we're gonna start actually with Leanne. What are 3 characteristics you must need in your future potential husband?
Spiritual leader,
Yeah.
provider,
Okay.
faithful.
Wow.
That's yup. I agree with those 3. Yeah.
Very wise. Yeah. It's awesome. Thank you.
So number 1, he has to love God, and not just like, you know, I put in my bio, I'm a Christian. No, like he really needs to be walking with the Lord, having a prayer life, reading his word, like he needs to be in it. He has to have a solid relationship with God, right?
Okay.
Number 2 is he needs to be emotionally mature, right? So he can't act out of his emotions. He can't say one thing and then like regret it the next day. Like that's not emotional maturity, right?
Right.
He needs to have healed from his past wounds. That's emotional maturity. Sorry, that was a lot. Number 3 is he needs to communicate well and listen well. All right, I'm done.
Bro.
You know what's funny is that these traits that you can see how it can reflect
Yourself.
yourself,
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
Because it kind of like, because you're like you're a listener,
Yeah.
so that you would want that in a partner. So for me, definitely assertiveness, like a guy, a husband that knows what they want is like a must. A leader, for sure, and then also a sense of humor. Because I feel like life is so serious, and like if I don't have a husband that can like laugh in troubled times, that's important. Yeah.
The second question is, what is a make or break trait in a man? Starting with Jenny. When you least expect it.
Oh my gosh. I could. Okay, one thing would be like purity. Like if he's trying to have sex before marriage, like he's not trying to be sexually pure, then we're done. Like we're not having it because I'm trying to honor God, and I can't honor God if you're trying to do all that, you know, before marriage. So that'd be one.
For sure, that's a good one.
Got you. Alright, Monica?
Yeah, mine's for sure laziness. Like I cannot stand a guy that's like lazy.
Bro. That's good, bro.
Yeah, dude. Because I mean, if you're lazy, then how can you even lead?
Yeah.
You know.
That's good.
It's good.
You know, when you're like your mind is like bouncing off different things.
Wake up.
And not like like what's up?
Yeah.
You know. For sure.
You felt that one, huh?
Bro.
That's for sure.
Sorry, it's all good, man.
I'd say somebody who like really is still focused on his past, like his past trauma. Because honestly, like you can't get into another relationship like being with, like for example, like if you were in a past relationship and like you still haven't healed from that trauma, it's gonna go on to somebody else. And I don't need that. No, I don't want that.
Like, thinking about it?
I felt like I was the guy for a second.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, I
I
think
think
I
you up with me.
Yeah. Am I
Oh,
healed?
that was good. Yeah, dude, that's
good.
Because
Yeah.
actually, like the Bible says in Galatians 4:2 that cast your burdens, like you need to carry your burdens together. Sorry, like so if we have to carry our burdens together. Imagine me having to carry those burdens that he had of his past. Like I can't. Like that's not it. And at the end of the day, like we're waiting for a well done from the Lord individually, not together.
So what would that look like for you? Like what would it be?
like, so you're requiring stability, like a man who's stable emotionally, or like a perfect man? Because I mean, everybody's gonna come with something. You're gonna
No,
like,
obviously.
everybody got values.
No, I know, but like for example, I'll give you an example. Like
Yeah.
trust issues. Like you have to heal those trust issues, because if not, like you're gonna be constantly like, oh, what is she doing? Like,
True.
like let me see your phone. Like no, that's in the past.
that has to die.
That has to die in
Yeah.
order for you to continue on and have a healthy, godly relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think definitely like stepping in a relationship when you're healed and the other person's healed, that's gonna be like successful. But also like if it's not that, it's gonna be harder. But if you have God in the center, like
That's true.
he'll help
It could
you.
still work. 100%.
Because like people have eyes and nose.
And if the guy's worth like to work that out, because that's hard. That's a huge
Yeah.
responsibility to like work that trauma.
Yeah.
Just because it's a God and center, but like, yeah.
Same thing like with the whole sex thing that you just mentioned. Like, what if that's a person's like weakness, And that doesn't mean like we're therapists and we have to like fix people, but like maybe the Lord is gonna use you or your partner to help that flaw.
Yeah, but it's a difference if they desire to stop doing that and they
True.
admit, hey, this is a weakness and like we need to set boundaries so I don't fall, so you don't fall and so we can be pure, versus I love God, but this is something that I need and I just want to please my flesh. Like that's different. There needs to be a desire,
To change, yeah, for sure. That's a huge trait.
All right, guys. We're
Oh, we're getting juicy.
Yeah.
Woo!
The doors are opening. So next question is, starting it off with Monica, says, how do you feel about guys liking girls' pictures? Does the girl matter if you know her?
Yeah, for sure. That's a big no. I mean,
Wait, so you think
No.
guys cannot like any girl's picture?
no. So hold on. I mean,
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
We like started like
yeah. What are we? Okay, no, like for sure, it would feel disrespectful if a guy's like liking some girls like bikini pics and like.
Oh, like thirst pics.
Yeah, like thirst pics, like for sure, that's a huge red flag and super disrespectful, because a girl's seeing that and there's like, bro, like, this guy has a boyfriend, has a girlfriend, and he's liking my pics, because that's happened to me, So it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But no, obviously if it's a girl, like a regular girl, like friend from church that I know, that's a regular girl selfie, then no, that's fine. But it's like a thirst trap, then obviously it's like disrespect.
Got you.
Yeah. That's how I feel.
Jenny?
As a woman of God, I don't think you should be posting pictures that are not modest like that. Like I personally would not post a picture in a bikini. But that's just my, that's just how I see it. Like I don't think I should be posting like that. Now, should that guy that you're dating be following people who post stuff like that? That's also iffy, because if they know them, like if we both know them, like it's somebody from church, I'm like, oh yeah, that's fine.
Right.
But if it's like some random girl, like
yeah.
why are you following her? Why do you need to see these pictures?
Yeah.
Even if you're not liking them.
Like that, Like it
And you
should
think
be.
it's the other way around? Like if you're in a relationship, like if a guy's with, like at the gym or something and they're flexing their muscles, is that like the same reciprocation? Like where's the
I think
line?
so. Yeah, I think it's like
if you can do that, like,
I think
is that
I think it's for sure. Yeah, I think if it's a guy that I don't know for sure, and then they're like flexing their abs, you know, like some lustfulness in there. Like I don't know. I just feel like it's common sense that you know when it's a thirst trap pic and you know when it's not, you know. And then if it's something that you don't know, then that's like concerning.
Yeah.
Cause it's, let's say for example, like our friend Johnny like posts like a gym pic, like the pic.
Johnny.
Whatever, you know what I mean? Like any of our church friends that go to the gym. I mean, whatever, he doesn't go to the gym, but you know what I mean? Like, guys are laughing.
Bro.
My bad.
So it's like, you get me? Like, it's just who you know. Like, I would be concerned if it was a random guy or a random
So like
girl.
if it's a guy shirtless but holding a baby, like that's okay to like it?
Like I said, I don't know if the guys that you can tell that like it's more about modeling rather than trying to hold the baby, then yeah.
Gotcha. Man,
Absolutely not.
bro, she is period. Like she don't have time to sugarcoat.
And I don't think I would waste my time with somebody actually that would even look at those pictures.
Right, exactly.
Because in reality, I would know. Like, I'm very good at analyzing people. That's the thing.
Wow.
So, like, as soon as, like, if I know, like, oh, is this guy, like, worldly? No, I can't. Like, I can't.
You would know, yeah.
You can, right off the bat, you know, like, when somebody's, like, really, like, still worldly. Like, they can be Christian, you know, but, like, still, like worldly stuff. Like, that's a turn off automatically. Like, and
huge turn off for sure.
so...
It's like, where's your mind at if you're doing that, you know?
Exactly.
So I'm saying, like, I feel like if you have a guy that's liking girls' pics, like thirst trap, it's probably because you're like posting pics like that too, because you're making him feel like comfortable enough to even do that because you're doing it.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I think it's because like I don't know, it's like a reflection of yourself.
Yeah.
So
For sure. I like that. All right, guys, let's lighten up the room a bit. Feel like we're off to a really good start.
you feel like the room is dark?
For real.
So we're gonna talk about if you've ever been like a great date and a bad date.
Aw, yeah.
Great date and bad date. Starting with Jenny. Throw it off.
A great
And we
day.
gotta be real, girls. Like this is
Like, talk about it?
like talk about detailed date.
Okay.
Like the whole 45 minutes. Like we want to go to the date right now.
Just kidding.
Imagine she says her name and everything. You're like,
Let me think. A bad date? I mean, I feel like the last date I went on was kind of bad, honestly. Because I don't even know why I said yes, honestly, but we just didn't have anything in common. He didn't love the Lord, and I don't know, like, you know when you like try to find something that like you have in common with somebody, but like their mindset is over here and you're over here and it just like doesn't click, and you feel the awkwardness. I mean, I don't think I made it awkward because I'm pretty like, you know, outgoing and like I don't like that tension. Like I could talk to anybody, but
true.
after I left, I was like, that was a waste of my time. But at least I got free food, you know.
That part.
True.
good.
Sushi, that's sushi.
Facts. It was sushi.
It's always sushi.
Sorry, person who
Disappointed. Hopefully not
this
listening.
beautiful model over here.
Oh my gosh, here
So
we go.
sorry.
But let's talk about the great date. Let's see. I feel like I've been on a couple good dates, but one really good one that I always remember was in my college years. I think it was freshman year. I went out with this guy. He loved the Lord. He was in the Christian frat. You know, I was in the Christian sorority.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Christian frat, Christian sorority. I've never heard of that.
Yeah. And so we went, I think it was like the middle of the night, and he put up his hammock and we both sat in it and we just like talked all night about everything and anything. That's really nice.
Well, it's kind of like bachelor vibe. It's kind of
For real. Was it like
I've never
candles?
I've never seen
Was the hammock on fire?
Oh my God.
That's cool. You wanna go?
A really bad date. Okay, so there's this guy that went to a coffee shop and like he was just literally going through his Spotify playlist. I swear, I'm not kidding. And I was literally just staring at him like, what is going on? Like I wanted to leave so bad. Like it was just horrible. And then like the next week I'm like, yeah, I don't want to like talk to him.
What type of songs did he like? Was it like Screamo or something?
No, it wasn't Screamo. It was just literally different. Like it was like Drake. He's like, oh, I really like this song, and then he would just play it, and I was like, okay, like.
Wait, why are you guys having coffee?
Yeah, we were at a coffee shop. Like, we're next to my house, and yeah, we were just like a week after, I was like, yeah, no, like I didn't even like him. Like it was just like dumb. It was like a 2-week talking stage. But yeah, that's the only thing I can think of.
Cool. Yeah.
Just him talking about his ex, like.
Oh my gosh, that's so bad.
I'm like,
Did she start crying?
I'm like.
It's like I just hate somebody right now.
I'm like, bye.
Oh, did you leave? I would have left the
I
table.
literally like I was nice about it, you know, like we were talking or whatever, and you know, somebody that obviously like we were friends for like a while, and then like, but I don't know, he like started talking about like his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend. I'm like no, bye.
And how did that start? Like it was like, oh, me and my ex-girl. We
Yeah,
should
what
do
did he even
this.
say
Like,
about her?
Yeah.
Just because like
You smell like her.
You remember her so bad. Wow, you smell just like her.
He's like. Alright, you good thing?
okay, I'd say like going jet ski, like ride jet skis, and then I saw like some dolphins, and like that was like the most beautiful thing ever.
Nice.
That was nice.
Yeah, it was very simple, but it was like so cute, and like
Yeah, I mean, you love to fish, so it's perfect.
yeah, it was like the
How long
water.
ago was that?
A year and a half ago.
You probably have money, bro, because nowadays jet skis like 115 bucks for like 15 minutes, bro.
What do you mean?
That's all I think about. Like, I'm like,
$15.
no, that's a lie. That is a complete
That's
scam.
gonna be a scam.
I'm just thinking about it because, for real, like, 115 bucks for like,
Yeah,
just to
no.
jump on the jet ski,
Yeah.
just to take a picture on the jet ski. Like,
Yeah.
Just to breathe on a jet ski.
just slide it in from 100 yards. Oh man, that's good. All right, cool. What are things that make you want to go on a date with someone? What are qualities that make you want to like be like, all right, like
Persistence. Like if you're persistent, bro. I mean, honestly, that's kind of like how I'm with my boyfriend right now, cause he was just like on it. Like he was just like
Not to
Connie.
be no
I mean,
friend.
Jenny can even like testify. Like he was just like
He was on it.
texting, and I was just like, whatever. Like, so persistent is really like,
Absolutely.
yeah, important.
Because it like shows that
It
he
shows
actually
that you
cares,
want
like-
interest. Yeah, he's interested, you know. So like a smooth like line isn't really gonna, you
Of
know,
course.
it's cute and funny, but it's like, you know. But if you're persistent about it, that's like,
Yeah.
you know, it makes you wanna like.
He's like, oh yeah, this is the one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Gives you that.
What's the question again?
What makes you want to go on a date with someone? Like what qualities in that person?
Qualities.
Or not even like what can they show?
Like a generosity, like if they're generous, you know, not only with their money, but like with their time, like they're just a generous and giving person. They're not selfish. Things like good stuff.
Yeah. Like you can be like, baby girl, give me my whole day to spend time with you right now.
Bye.
Baby girl, I'll take you shopping as a date.
That's crazy. Go ahead, Leanne.
Honestly, it goes down to being a godly man. It's like being spiritually like mature. You know, like knowing what they want. Persistence is like so great because like, you know, like us the girls were like, should we show that we're interested? Like for them? But no. The man that's for you will show you that he's interested because the Lord has called him to pursue you.
Right, exactly.
So you don't need to worry about that. Like that's something that honestly you don't need to worry about. Cause if he's for you, 100%.
Yeah. But I'm saying like what's gonna make you say yes for the date, you know?
Yes for the date.
Right. Like what trait is gonna like,
Okay. That's
you know?
different.
That's what like what is it like? Is it maybe them being like, you know, I don't know.
But I think she
talk-
said it, godly man.
Yeah.
Oh, godly man. Okay.
It's just it's honestly it's like an attractive thing.
That's actually yeah, no, for
Yeah.
sure.
Next question. What are values that a man needs to have that matches yours?
I think, okay, values for sure are important for it to be matched. Family oriented, like a guy who's not family oriented, big
Sus.
no. Not as sus because sometimes like just they weren't raised that way, you know. So it's not like
That's true.
they were, yeah, it's not their fault. Yeah, it's just a value. So I'm super family oriented. Like I love hanging around with my family. Like I love being with family. So if a guy doesn't value that, like I don't know, I feel like it tells a lot about your character. And then when you have your family, like how are you gonna be? You know. So that needs to match. Being surrounded with a community of church is a huge like. Having a guy wanting to go to church, having a guy like wanting to be with people from the church, like that's a must too. And then what else? Values. Oh, go getter, like a hustler, cause I'm like that. So
Nice.
I can't have like whatever. Like I don't want like a guy that wants an average life. I want a guy that wants like more than just the standards.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with Monaco, a family oriented too, because I mean I love my family and I would hope that he's like that too, you know, because I want to have family one day. Financially smart, you know, like with their money.
Bro.
Like,
Facts.
yeah.
That's a good one, Jenny.
Like that, you know,
For
they don't just spend,
sure.
like they know how to budget, and I mean, you know, like they save money. I feel like I'm still working on that, but at least you know, like I'm working my way there. So I would want a guy
Sure,
who.
can I get an amen?
And it's not even about like having a lot of money. It's just being smart
exactly.
about like
Just being
how to-
smart with what you have.
True.
Exactly.
Good.
And yeah, community is super important. Like surround yourself with people who inspire you, right? So if you want to be at a certain level, like get around people that are already at that level. So you would want someone who is surrounding themselves with like godly people and people who are inspiring them. And just, I don't want to say like have an education, but at least have some sort of like career and like passion that's like important.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot one thing. Okay, one thing that for sure, one value, I think is very, very important. I think in all relationships, is a guy that can compromise, that knows how to compromise with you. Because if a guy's just always like, no, I'm always right, or like, nah, like that's just like, it's not gonna go this way at all.
Control.
Like, yeah, like a guy can like surrender that and be like, no, like, you know what, yeah, let's meet in the middle. That's like important. I feel like that you can go in the long run and have a long-term relationship when a guy can be like, okay, let's meet in the middle. Some guys are just naturally like
Bro,
that.
That is huge.
But
I
a
have
guy-
no idea how big that is.
Yeah, because there's so like I feel like even like I feel like Abel's naturally like that. I feel like, well, I don't know, from what I've seen in him, like he's very compromising. He's very like, yeah, sure, we'll do that.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm saying like there's just guys that are like, or like just
Me? Absolutely not. But him?
yeah. So there's guys who don't have that trait, and so a guy that's able to even work on it, but like, you know, I need to work on like trying to meet you in the, you know, like I don't know, that's like important.
And I just feel like it also comes with that quality that's pretty much like another way of describing what you're saying, which is like I feel like Abel's mindset, like Abel's drive has always been to make me happy.
Yeah.
Like, and that's where that comes from.
Yeah.
Like it's not even about like, oh, like I compromise, like I'm cool. Like
Right.
it's so humble. He's like the reason why he's so selfless. Like it gets me emotional, but like he's such a selfless person that like it does not matter. Like when I said we were gonna wait, we were gonna wait. Like whatever it was, like to make me happy was his motivation.
Yeah.
And that's something
That's true love, bro. Like that's honestly what it comes down to. Like it's
even
true
when
love.
he didn't agree, even when I was wrong. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like
What we're trying to get at.
Yeah, where it's like even when the guy knows you're wrong and like the guy is just like because he loves you. Obviously, when your girl is wrong and she has a weakness,
Oh,
like
of
every girl
course.
likes to be put into her place. Like every
True.
girl wants to
That's what
like
leadership
wants a
is.
man, yeah, that leads to a better woman. You know, ultimately that's what it like. But you know, there's times where it's like a guy should just shut up, you know. And then there's
Yeah.
times where a guy can just be like, no, babe, like we're gonna work on this because you're absolutely like wrong in this, you know. But there's times where like a guy just needs to shut up and like let the girl be.
For example, easiest way to make a woman happy is food. Like
Facts.
what the woman wants
Facts,
is
facts,
where
facts.
you go.
Yes.
Where you go without you go. That is the reason why Abel and I have been together for 8 years, because he literally like it does not matter. Like if I'm like, babe, like we're gonna go to Cantina, like I can't, like I've had a long day, we're driving the 45 minutes, we're driving. And he's like, you know, I could compromise that, you know? That's like a reason of like that, like to make me happy. because he knows like anything else. Like it's just like food is a great example, is what I'm saying of that.
You're right. Because something's so stupid, you know?
So stupid.
It's not like,
Just
bro.
take her to the food
Take her
restaurant.
to the freaking casino, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
there's just times where, like, bro, just let the
God.
girl be, you know, and just shut up. You know?
Make her happy.
Yeah, just make the drink. Yeah, that's what we're saying. So it's not to feel like, you know, let the girl be dumb or, you know, like wrong.
Or what she's wearing, for example. Like if she feels confident, like there's no guy like, oh, you're not going out like that. Like obviously, yeah, to a certain extent.
to a certain extent, yeah.
You're not supposed to be like provocative. But what I mean is like, bro, if your girl wants to go to Walmart in sweatpants, like let her go. Like, you know?
For sure.
I don't know. I feel like we're getting off topic, but you guys know what I'm talking
No, it's good that we're getting off topic. That's the whole point.
compromise.
Yeah, it's the point to like get a
That's the
flow
point, yeah,
going.
yeah, you're doing a good job.
Cool. Thanks.
I would definitely say, being cheap.
Yeah.
Like I'm not cheap. Like honestly, like I like to organize my money and like, you know, like be like, okay, this is what I'm gonna spend on this and this is what I'm gonna spend on this, and I can probably, you know, like whatever I wanna buy, like thank God, like I can get it for myself. So I would like a guy to be able to do the same. Like I don't like people that are cheap. Like if I'm gonna go out there and I'm like gonna get you something nice, like come on, like you can do the same for me. Not just
So you think
I'm
it
not
should just
saying-
be reciprocated?
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. Like if I
And gift wise, you're saying in gift wise?
and I'm not even saying like gift wise, I'm saying
Oh.
like if I do something kind to you, like got kind for you, I would expect you to do the same for me, you know, like not even being even cheap. Because it's like cheap and like caring. and-
Attention.
yeah, attention.
It's more-
thoughtfulness, yeah.
Don't be
See,
cheap.
that's-
I like.
So like, what would be like a cheap gift?
Like you open the gift bag and you're like,
Like what the hell?
What is that?
Yeah,
I
well,
feel like when the man really loves you, he'll know exactly what you like.
Sure.
I don't wanna say like I don't wanna say it's a cheap gift. I just want it to be thoughtful.
you know, because that's yeah. And like how detailed, like the more detailed it is,
Yeah.
the more special.
Yeah.
Like it can be like a card, but like some cool card, and like bro, it has like this paragraph about like, you know, like those like little, and it's like bro, like $5. Like it's those little things that it really makes a woman's heart like melt for sure.
oh, how important is it for a man to pay?
Leanna's like, I'm ready.
She would cut it. I feel like she got standards for sure.
Yeah, no, you bro.
I feel
you
like
have to.
okay, side
Yeah,
note,
you should
side
pay.
note, side note. We have to have standards when we're going to date someone. Right off the bat, they need to know what your standards are. Like I know that, well, personally, I'm super firm. From the very beginning, if you don't like it, peace out. That's not for me. He's not for me. Because he has to love me for who I am.
Yeah, that's who you are.
That's
You
sweet.
know?
Johnny.
Oh yeah, for sure. He has to pay.
All right, Monica.
I think a guy should pay, especially like when you're dating in the beginning, you know, because I feel like that's when the guy is still trying to pursue you. But I think for sure, like from here and there, like a girl should voluntarily, keyword voluntarily, like be like, hey babe, I got this, you know, because it shows like you don't want to take advantage of the guy either, and that's what's gonna push the guy away. Is like if he sees that you're like comiendo his money, like it's not cute, you know. So yeah, I think like you offering a guy like, hey babe, like, you know, I got you this treat, or you know, or I got you this gift, you know, showing like reciprocation that like you're just not with him for the money, or you're whatever, trying to like make him be your bank account, like he's not your bank, you know. So but yeah, definitely the guy, most of the time he should be paying. Okay. Yeah, that's my take on it.
Do you feel like you're prepared spiritually for God to give you the one?
Yes.
Answer that question like yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, honestly, we're not like, bro, like we're always growing, dude. You know, like there's no like right time. Yeah, it's just kind of like, doop, you know. So, but I do feel that there is a spiritual level where it's like you're equipped, I can say, you know, because if you're still trying to heal, I don't think that's the time for you to like,
Absolutely.
you know, get a man's, or God will give you a man's, because you're still like in the process.
Yeah.
Or I mean, there could be a distraction. Gotta be careful with that one.
Yeah. Or you'll end up with the wrong guy.
Oh.
Honestly, yeah. I think I am. I think I was having a conversation with someone, but I think up to this point, I can see why. Like, I can see why I'm not, or God has not set me the guy up to now. Like, I can see how, especially this year, has been very transformative for me, like, spiritually. I feel like I've just really, like, learned to love God and, like, just fall in love with him, honestly. Not because of what God can give me, but just for who he is. And I've learned, like, I've gone through that process of healing, you know, with therapy, with God, like, just really, like, getting on my knees and praying and, like, asking God to heal me. And, like, I've learned to forgive this year, like, you know, like, just past hurts, like we were talking about, like, past hurts that I could have carried into a relationship, like, those chains are broken off this year. So I know that. So I know that, like, before now, I wasn't ready. Even though I would be like, God, like, why, you know, why don't I have a God? Like, I don't get it. Like, I wasn't ready. The truth is, I wasn't ready until maybe now, or, you know, later on. But I think now I'm definitely more ready than I was before.
I like how you said yes and like your reason behind why you feel like you're ready. That's dope. Leanne?
So you're always growing and you're never going to be ready for that, but the most important thing is for, in your waiting season, to just go ahead and, like, you know, just continue on pursuing the Lord, because he will give you the desires of your heart when they're ready, when he's ready.
I have a question for you guys. Not on the book.
Okay.
Los spots.
So, like, you know, like the word of God says, like, to be equally yoked. So let's say there's somebody who, one, is like higher, you know, than you, like in his walk, like more spiritually disciplined than you, like you know what I mean, like the whatever that high meter means. Is that okay? And opposite, lower, like what does that look like? Like, do you think that the answer is being equally matched, or higher or lower? Like, what is it?
I'll answer
Think
that
about
first.
it and answer it. Yeah.
I'll answer that first. Okay, so first of all, I wouldn't want to be unequally yoked.
Okay.
Hands-on, no. Okay.
Everything's
But
breathing, no.
but like
that.
it's just you're always gonna crash. Like, you're always gonna collide when you guys, for example, like I'm not into drinking, and I know like some people do, and I'm okay with that, but I know that the man that's for me, like, he's not gonna be like, I feel like for me, I don't want to have those issues like, oh, you're gonna drink now, like, no, like this and that. Like, I just want somebody who's just like me, like, oh, we don't have to drink to have fun, you know, like, or we don't have to drink at all, like, because that's just how I am. You know, there's people that are different and they like to drink, but for me, I can't have that. Like, I feel uncomfortable, you know, like, because it's just me. But at the same time, I would like, again, it goes to the first question that I answered in the beginning of the video, spiritual leader. I would like somebody who it will be able to lead my home. You know, like, so I would like somebody who's above what I know. You know, that would be so nice, because he's gonna lead me and he's gonna, like, he want me to grow. And I want that. I want him to, oh, look, we're gonna sit down, we're gonna pray with our kids. Oh, we're gonna sit down, we're gonna pray about this, we're gonna do this today. Like, that's what
Not
I
that
really,
you always have to do everything. Type thing.
Yeah, well, I have a lot to say about this question.
Go for it, bro. I'm ready.
You got time.
I know it's gonna happen.
So, as for if the man is in the higher, spiritually higher than you, and just like his walk is a lot more far than you, absolutely, of course, 100%. I mean, it's kind of like a no-brainer. You know, why wouldn't you want a guy that, like, can be able to show you, lead you, you know, more than, like, have more knowledge and spiritual wisdom more than you.
Yeah.
You know, so that's a given. Like, that's a no-brainer. Absolutely, yes. I will tell you that it could be a little bit intimidating, you know, and it will get you out of your comfort zone, which is a good thing. So that's a no-brainer. Now, I have my experience with being with someone that's lower spirituality, it's a huge, like, weight on you, because it's like this pressure of, like, you trying to, you know, make that person be in the same walk as you, because you're like, okay, well, that's, you know, I see a future, like, you know, you're trying to have that path match yours, and it's super disappointing when you're seeing that it's not, you know. So it's like, if you're going to church, if you're doing all these things and the other person doesn't even desire that because he's not just there yet, you know, it's a constant like disappointment, especially if you're with that person, especially if you love that person, like it's a constant disappointment, and that's just like no. On top of that, you're not growing spiritually. And a man's supposed to lead you spiritually. So it's like this current expectations that you have in your head that's not matching, and third, like you can't date potential. Like you can't date like expecting someone like they're gonna change. Like you can't do that. We're not God. We're not like, you know, like only the Holy Spirit, and you can just pray that they will eventually be on a higher, you know, walk, but like you can't be there, like have that responsibility, especially as a woman. You know, a man can carry that. A man can be like, I'm gonna lead my woman like to here, you know. But I just feel like you have like the pants in the relationship when you're like spiritually. Like when you're like spiritually higher, like I don't know. I just feel like, am I a guy? Like, you know. So yeah, out of experience, like it's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Jen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with, you know, if he's higher, amen, let's
Sure.
do it. If we're equally yoked, I would say also yes. Just because you can grow together. You know, if you have the same, if you're at the same place, that means you have that motivation, you have that drive. I mean, I do, so he should, right? Have that motivation to read the word, to pray, like, and maybe, you know, we can grow in that. We can always grow. I know that I can, you know. So if we're equally yoked, that means we can grow together. So you don't have to be where you want to be or where you desire to be, or he doesn't have to be up here. Like he can be down here, and you guys can both get there together.
But be like the same level though, and then continue.
Yeah,
If it's
no, like if he's lower, then it's obviously not gonna work out.
Yeah.
But if we're at least at the same level, like I think it's good.
It's so hard. It's so hard to be with somebody like
in the
lower,
same.
lower than you. Really, like,
And then worthy too when they're, because you're, I mean, it depends on the walk that you're in right now, but if you're like not in that world anymore, you have completely different lens from that person. So like if they like, for example, like clubbing, you know, like they're gonna think that's like cool, you know, and like, oh, invite my girlfriends, and like, and you're just they're like, I don't agree with that, you know. So it's just constant like fights too, because it's just two different, literally like two different glasses that you have on, and so that's just gonna cause like fights.
Yeah,
for sure.
You know, so
100%. It's just having God, bro. 'Cause at the end of the day, you might think a certain way, he might think a certain way, but when you start offending God and saying like, well, or justifying sin, or like getting comfortable in sin, like, like that's why it's important to like just have God in the middle. Because it's like, yo, like it's not about you, it's not about me. It's like about honoring God and pleasing Him.
Yeah.
So we're gonna work on that, and we're gonna work towards that. And like, I'm gonna pray for you, you pray for me. I'm gonna help you, you help me, and like, let's do this.
Yeah. And you're a team.
And that's the thing, like a guy that's spiritually lower than you won't have that mindset.
Exactly.
They won't understand that mindset of like, let's have God in the middle. They won't.
And what typically happens is like people who are lower in the faith, they do it for the significant other. And when you're doing it because you're just trying to do it for that person and not doing it because you actually want to pursue an active relationship with God, it's gonna show that you're just doing it for the other person.
Sure.
The next question is, if the man of your dreams proposes right now, would you say yes?
Oh yeah, 100% I would say yes. At this stage of my life, yeah.
You're ready for that commitment.
Yeah.
To get,
you can always learn.
Exactly.
You can, you know, take classes together. Like there's so many resources.
What do you think, Leanne?
If I've dated them and I know that, you know, God has called him to pursue me and that I'm the person that he wants to marry, yes. Of course.
She looks like she just got me like proposed.
I know, you so looked in love.
Yeah.
What do you guys feel about women proposing?
Oh no.
I saw that in the Miami Heat game. I saw a girl proposing.
No, you didn't.
Bro, in the big screen, like you know how they do
It's
the
not.
camera?
It's not godly.
So guys, there's no more questions, but do you want to add, like, this is the moment, like, honestly, no jokes aside, like, put yourselves in the shoes of when you guys were watching the boys video, and like all the things that you guys learned and all the things that you carried on. Like, there might be men, potential single men of God, or men in general, that are really like listening in and wanting to know like your guys' advice, you know. So like I'm gonna just give you guys the space to just say whatever it is that the Lord wants you to say, or what you feel like called to say.
Okay, I got one. So prayer. I feel like when you're following God and you're praying to God for the girl that you want and vice versa, like it will come. Like, cause I've been praying for Brandon, like literally the type of guy that I've always wanted, like it literally came. And I prayed to, like I was like the type of prayer where you like literally cry to God, like that like angry cry where it's like, bro, like I'm not going for another heartbreak. Like no, like I want my husband already, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like prayer, honestly, guys, like it freaking works, bro. Like, and honestly, the more specific you are with God, the more like specific God was gonna be with you. So prayer and just, dude, honestly, like follow God. Like have like your main priority is your relationship with God, and when you have your significant other, your relationship with God is still a priority. So yeah, so prayer and your relationship with God is just like continue doing that for sure.
Nice.
I would say preparation.
Yeah.
Like, take the time that you have now in your singleness to prepare for when that time comes. Because a lot of people think like, oh, like I'm single, I'm just gonna do whatever I want, and when that time comes, like I'll work on what it looks like to be a good husband or a good boyfriend. Like they'll wait for that season to come to then prepare instead of preparing beforehand and being ready for when that time comes, you know. So it works both ways. Like as a woman, we have to prepare as well, and as a man, like they have to prepare. And
Bro, I was gonna say that. I mean, I don't want to assume, like, cause I'm not a man, but I feel like men sometimes struggle with like being honest about pain, and like it's just culture to like just like
Take it all in.
Yeah, and like not let it out, and hurt people.
Yeah.
And so it's like, bro, like any man listening, like really it comes down to the trio of what all three of you said. Like it takes prayer, it takes pursuing God, it takes being honest with God, and like just really being honest with yourself, and like it's okay to not be okay. All right, guys. You wanna close out? It's your business. So.
Alright guys, well I just want to thank you guys for taking your time to watch this video. If you do like it, give it a thumbs up, and if you don't, give it a thumbs down. Be honest. So yeah, I'm grateful for all my viewers. I'm grateful for all my subscribers. I will be trying to download more content for you guys, and yeah, I love doing this. I feel like we're creating memories, we're creating wisdom for the world, because that's what we all need right now. So yeah, thank you guys for coming to my video, and Bessie, thank you for being my beautiful host. And that's it, guys. Mwah, we love you. Bye. Bye.